Now let's talk about the defamation lawsuit filed by Uncle Nearest CEO Fawn Weaver against the her major creditor, Farm Mid America Credit Union.
Yes.
So she filed a defamation lawsuit, or she said she filed it. Now she says she filed it. I tried to look it up with my attorney, and we couldn't find it. But we saw a whole bunch of other lawsuits. But maybe it hasn't been filed. But she said they are planning to take legal action against their top creditor because she said they are lying and planting stories. So you want to,
Yes.
talk about
Uncle Nearest founder Fawn Weaver and her company have filed a defamation lawsuit against Farm Credit Mid America, the lender that originally sued them for over $100 million. Weaver claims the lender made false and malicious statements about the company's finances. The lawsuit specifically disputes claims that a $20 million investment linked to Jay-Z was hidden from creditors. Money was improperly routed through another company, her company, Grant Sidney. That's important to remember. And whiskey inventory barrels were missing or misrepresented. Now, we said that on the previous cast, we said that there was a discrepancy with their CFO about how many barrels they actually had in order to obtain the loan. So that's important as well. So Fawn Weaver's legal team says that the $20 million was properly documented and used for Uncle Nearest's not personal gain. Inventory records show no barrels were missing. The lender already had access to this information when making the claims that it was hidden.
Yes.
So what she is essentially trying to say is that you are running a smear campaign on me. You're trying to devalue my company so that you can steal it. So you can pay not what it's worth, pay under market value because you're trying to run a smear campaign on me because you're trying to take my company. And if you go to Fawn Weaver's Instagram page, you'll see that she says that she's working on a book called I guess the heist of
the
attempted heist.
Be very specific.
Attempted heist.
Ain't playing. She said the attempted heist of Uncle
Nearest brand. So, what say you?
I think this is the highest level of narcissism.
I knew you were going to say that.
Highest level of, and I can't be mad because this is what gets you to hundreds of millions of dollars.
I was going to say.
Is what that delusion gets you to become a CEO. Because I have a certain level of delusion, like, who the hell you think you like? For me to try to start a media company, no money, never worked in media, went to just because you got a degree. Like I started a company, but so I have that level of delusion. But this level of delusion, I mean, there's two sides to it. So one level is nobody believed on you, and now you made it. And now this level is all the facts are pointing towards one thing, but you're steadfast on standing in the camera, looking at people saying that this is false, right? And the documents, a lot of documents have been deleted. So that's a big issue there. A lot of documents have been deleted. We don't know who deleted it, but, there have been rumblings that it could have been Fawn. There have been rumblings that could have been the old CFO. It could have been somebody else at the direction of somebody else. We don't know. We're not claiming that Fawn did anything wrong. But to file a defamation lawsuit against somebody you owe $108 million to
is bold.
Saying that they lied to you about fraud, but you guys are being sued for fraud.
Well, for debt unpaid.
No. They're being sued for both. The debt is a result of the fraud.
Oh, they're trying to say there was fraudulent documentation.
Yes, because that's the whole point of it. They said they had this amount of barrels and they didn't. So y'all don't want to go through that discovery. Y'all ain't got the documents. How can you prove if you don't have your documents? How can you prove somebody defamed you? Like that don't make no sense. That's just like saying, my girlfriend is defaming me. She lying about me. Okay, let's go through your text messages. Let's go through your emails. Let's go through your phone calls over the last 2 years. No, I'm not. No, I don't. No, I don't. That's why I draw the line. No, when you file a lawsuit for defamation or whatever, you have to be willing to put your big boy and big girl pants on and disclose any and everything
Yeah.
that is associated with the company. So if it comes out that this is a lie, you can actually win. But like, think about if me and you are on that jury, and I'm saying me and you because we're just average everyday Americans walking around, and we're looking at both of these cases, and we're like, did they really defame you? Like, they got defrauded out of hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't think they defamed you.
See, here's the thing. Fawn Weaver has stated that while the CFO had increased or overemphasized the amount of barrels they had, they still had enough to cover the debt. But what the receiver was trying to say is that they didn't have enough to cover the debt. So she's like, well, which one is it? Do we not have enough to cover the debt, or do we have the amount that you say we have? Because I forget how much the receiver said. Let's call it 100 barrels or something.
Right.
She's saying if we indeed have 100 barrels, then that is enough to cover the debt. So what is all this misinformation? Here's the thing. I always want to speak for the people, and at this point right now, I feel like Fawn Weaver, as someone that the people can look up to, and the people are seeing in real time fight for her company. People are really rooting for her. And something that she said, and I just want to emphasize this. She said the complaint lays the groundwork to prove the bank knowingly circulated false accusations. Knowingly, I think, is really important here. Knowingly circulated false accusations about Uncle Nearest, as well as Keith and me. Keith is her husband, including claims of missing inventory, financial misconduct, negative cash flow, and insolvency. She has been arguing against insolvency from the very beginning. Despite processing the records that contradicted every single one of those claims, more than 10 attorneys across New York, Atlanta, New Orleans have spent the last 7 months reviewing this evidence together, and to say that they are ready to litigate the case is an understatement. This is a direct quote from Fawn Weaver. And as chaplain of the culture, I'm inclined to root for her because...
Oh, no, I'm rooting for her, but I just think it's a healthy... it's a crazy level of delusion because this company,
yes,
no matter what, Fawn has admitted that this company has been defrauded. Not by her.
Right.
By her CFO. She's suing her CFO for defrauding the company.
Yes.
And in turn defrauding her because that is the reason that she's in all of this. So to say that they're planning fake stories and this and that and all that, because like, okay, let's just call it like the $20 million from the Jay-Z
right,
investment
and she's
company.
arguing heavily against that, then saying that that was a smear campaign.
Okay, but let's just say for the sake of argument. Okay, where's that $20 million?
With Grant Sidney, I think it's supposed to be.
Okay, but was that $20 million supposed to be? Because you just read off. Maybe we misquoted, but wasn't that $20 million? And wasn't the statement towards that $20 million about it wasn't used for personal gains? It was used to further the brand of Uncle Nearest. Didn't you say a statement like
yes,
that?
I did read that it wasn't used for her personal gain.
But Grant Sidney is her personal company that owns her personal shares.
Yes.
So what the documents are alleging is she took out a $20 million loan against her personal shares.
Yes.
So my question is, where's that money? Either you used it personally because it's your personal shares, which actually makes sense. Right? That makes sense. Like,
yes,
if you take a loan against your shares, right? Like maybe you do have a fiduciary responsibility to disclose that.
Yes.
Like where's the $20 million? What is going on? But if it's your personal shares, and are you using that for the company or are you using that for your personal life? We just need to know what is that being used for.
I think just because it wasn't used for personal gain doesn't mean that it was used for Uncle Nearest. Remember, she has 1,000 different other companies.
But that's still you still have a fiduciary responsibility on the behalf of the shareholders to let them know, because now what they are alleging is what Farm Credit Mid America is alleging, or the receiver is alleging. I don't want to speak for the receiver is basically saying that $20 million.
Yes.
You didn't disclose that. So either where's that money, or it was used for personal gain, because it's either used for Uncle Nearest or used for personal gain, because using it for another company that you own is personal gain. That's personal for you. But if you use Uncle Nearest to get that loan, that's where it becomes muddy and gray area. And I don't think it's good for her to go through that discovery process, because I don't, because that's when you get in criminal. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's when you get into criminal territory. Okay, did you really defraud somebody? Like, I don't want this to turn into a situation where she lose her company and herself, meaning you end up locked up. I don't, obviously I'm not putting that energy out there, but that is a reality of this amount of wealth. And white people get away with stuff like this all the time. Black people, they're going to make an example out of you. You do a 20, 40, $100 million fraud. They're not letting that slide. So I'm a bit confused on the defamation lawsuit, unless this is the only reason and the only thing. And I be speculating all the time, but my speculation be working, because
I was going to say, you got predictions.
My prediction, remember on the last podcast, I said they're going to file bankruptcy. You probably didn't even notice that. Like, I was listening to the podcast this morning, brushing my teeth, and then I'm like, I said they was going to file bankruptcy. It was the next day they filed bankruptcy.
Yeah. Well, they had to.
But I kind of saw that coming, like, okay, they have to file bankruptcy. But here's the thing. Okay, when you file bankruptcy, one of the benefits of bankruptcy is you can restructure the debt, all that, but people can't sue you. So the receiver said, remember, he said, if we let you out of the receiver and the wolves come, you're going to have to just deal with that.
Yes.
But Fawn knew she wanted to file the bankruptcy.
Yes.
So she already knew, the wolves can come all they want. They can't get in to the hen, because...
And she wanted control. She wanted to be done on her terms.
Yes. But my only thing would be, okay, somebody's lying. Either she's lying, either Fawn is lying to her shareholders, or Fawn is lying to the bank. About just how the money was misused or whatever. Because in court, they're saying one thing. And that is why she probably filed a defamation lawsuit, because she's like, they're lying about the shares and they're lying about money being mishandled and they're planning fake stories. Because if I was a shareholder, I would want to know, maybe is this true? Let me file a lawsuit and find out. This is too much money. I'm not taking your word. I'm not taking their word. I'm taking the court's word. Yeah. Let's go through a discovery. And if this is what you say it is, show us the document, show us this, show us that. So she could possibly be playing both sides. She's telling the shareholders one thing. Yeah. She's telling, and then in order to back up what she's saying, she would have to file a defamation lawsuit. It would be as if, let me give you a good example for the people who's listening. Let's say a woman and a man are married. The man goes to Vegas. The man gets caught cheating. Right?
That's what happens in Vegas.
The man gets caught cheating. And his wife says, well, if your friends are lying on you about cheating.
Right. Press them.
File a lawsuit. Let's get a discovery. Let's go through the documents. Let's do this and that. Men are so delusional and so narcissistic, they're just going to file a lawsuit.
They're actually going to do it?
Going through it. So now she's feeling good. Like, okay, yeah. That's what the shareholders are probably feeling good. Like, okay, if they lying, fine. File a lawsuit. File a defamation lawsuit.
So what you're saying is it's instilling confidence.
Correct. It's instilling confidence in the shareholders to be like, okay, they're lying. Let me file a lawsuit because they are lying. That would be the only reason I can see justifying, like, to put the investors off and hold them off
for just a little longer.
Just a little bit longer. The bankruptcy holds it off a little bit longer, so she's trying to buy some time. And she can control the bankruptcy. Maybe she negotiate with some different creditors, pay some other stuff off. And again, if she took out a $20 million loan on her personal shares, she can clear some of that up personally.
I was going to say, but here's the thing. Her $20 million loan, she is saying was not improperly. So I think also the point not to be missed here is the Philip Young guy said that the $20 million was hidden from him.
Yes.
She is saying that the $20 million was properly documented and it is not like commingling with anything that had to do with the Uncle Nearest brand. Though she did, and I don't know how technical this gets. I want to pull up her Instagram because the wording on Fawn's like co-mingling situation with the $20 million, it seems so technical. It seemed like a lawyer wrote it. Like there is no follow the case. Like there is no federal, hold on, opposite the sale of Uncle Nearest motion separating fact. I love these.
Yeah.
Separating fact from fiction with Grant Sidney. So this is on her Instagram page. If you go to her Instagram page, she has all of these links of how to follow the case. Okay, this one is separating fact from fiction with Grant Sidney. She says that in response to like this money being hidden, she says the response argues that the transactions cited by the receiver do not meet the legal standard for commingling. According to the filing, commingling requires funds to be used interchangeably without corporate formalities. The filing states that the funds dispersed through Grant Sidney were separately traceable and used exclusively for Uncle Nearest obligations. So they're saying that it was there. They're saying that the idea that we hid it from you and that it was, something on the side, like a side mission, like that's not true. You're trying to say that, oh, I just found $20 million. How you find it when I gave it to you? It was right there.
Okay, I guess my next question. So where's the money? Where's the 20 million?
See that? Fine, I'm fighting for you. Tooth and nail. That I don't know.
Hey, it's like you trying to lie for your homeboy. Like, he didn't cheat. So, what's that condom wrapper right there?
Woo.
Bro, I'm trying to help you. You can at least clean up, my boy. Come on, you ain't clean up the car. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like you can't.
That's a good question.
Where's the money?
Where did it go towards?
That's a lot of money. Yeah. You can lose 2,000. You can lose 20,000 in a big business like
20
this.
million.
You can lose 200,000. You're not losing 20 million.
Yeah.
That company's not. The revenue of the company is 25 million.
Yeah.
Where's the 20 million? Where's the money?
It doesn't say here that I can find what it was actually used for.
I don't know. I just don't understand like
stays up.
And then even the statement of I got lawyers lined up ready to fight this. Lawyers just want to get paid.
Yeah.
Lawyers will take I used to think lawyers don't want to take a bad case because they don't want to lose.
Because their reputation?
No. There's lawyers out here that will take a case. They know you are guilty. They know you're going to lose. But the amendment, the Constitution say you have a right to counsel.
Yeah.
So I'll take the lawsuit. I'll take the thing just because you trying to pay me.
Yeah.
I'll go defend it. And then sometimes you can be dead wrong, but I went on a technicality. So that's why you get a good lawyer even when you done did something wrong, whether it's civil or criminal. It's because it might be a technicality that helps you get out.
And that is what I think is going on with this whole even getting out of the receivership, because Philip Young was almost convinced that there was no way that getting out the receivership was the right move for Uncle Nearest brand. And I feel like because of technicalities, like think about it. I didn't lie on my taxes. I just didn't file them. Mm-hmm. And I didn't falsify documents. There's just some missing.
Yeah.
There are so many technicalities in this case, even down to the $20 million was hidden. They're saying that that the commingling requires funds to be used interchangeably. Like it's so
it's like
technical.
Okay, we changed. I got the 20 million from here and put it towards Uncle Nearest. Now, commingling would mean I took from Uncle Nearest and put it back into Grant Sidney.
Yes.
But because we didn't do that,
Yes.
that's not co-mingling, quote unquote.
That's my point. My point is, if she wins this, and I hope she does, if she gets out of this and sees the light at the end of the tunnel, it is going to be off a technicality. 100%. That's my prediction. It is going to be a technical situation where she's able to actually power through.
Fine. I'm gonna take it. Boy, she be. You know what'd be crazy? Like,
take a shot for me.
When she get on there and make those videos like debunking stuff and doing this, and like you go read the paperwork and everything is saying something different in court, I'm like, she must be off that good Uncle Nearest, my boy. Like she probably liked. I mean, pour up, take her.
I was gonna say her tolerance is
go
probably
on there and just go crazy, man. Shout out to Fawn, man.
Shout out to Fawn.
She's fighting these folks, man. She trying, man.
And I hope she wins, because then it's like, then all of that delusion and all of that audacity and all of that, it works.
It works.